Yes, it's yeah.
Oh, hey, Genesis, what's going on? I didn't know that. I thought like, who was that? But
Hey, how's it
AJ,
going?
AJ,
I've
peace and
never
Chico.
used this stream before. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you
yeah,
perfect.
Okay, if
AJ,
you can
yeah,
see
AJ
me, I'm
Slim too.
driving.
No,
Yes, we can see
you're
you.
perfect. We can see
yeah.
you.
We can
We
hear
see
you. We
that.
see you.
Okay.
We can see you.
All
Yes.
right. All right, because I'm driving and I can't text while I'm driving. But you probably look. I turned my light on.
No, go
No, you
ahead.
could.
Oh,
No, leave the light off. Drive safe.
Yeah, drive
oh
safe. Go
wait.
ahead.
Okay. It looks just so weird. I like rather have my picture up there so everyone can adore. You know. But oh, you can see me a little bit. Okay, there you go. Hi
Yes.
y'all. Hey,
How you
Hey.
doing?
you
Say
guys
hi,
are
yeah.
fun over here.
Yes, we
Hi,
are.
Okay.
Ronnie Ron. Thanks for my flower. It was
No
lovely.
problem.
Ooh.
Uh oh.
Woo!
Uh
Look,
I'm
oh.
gonna take a
Uh
picture of
oh.
that.
Uh oh.
I got my
this.
own gift. Hey, you probably bought me something else too, but you know,
Snap.
I'll let you know what that is.
Put roses in the chat.
Yeah, I
Right,
bought roses.
roses.
I bought roses in the
You
chat.
got me a single rose. You know what a single rose means?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sacred.
Ronnie Ron, if you adjust your hat or your beard or your dreads one more time,
What do you mean? What's wrong? I ain't doing
every
anything.
5 minutes, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you every 5 minutes because every 5 minutes you adjust your face. That's your new
I'm
name.
you.
5 minutes.
I'm, I
Time
ain't
it,
no.
Jordan. Jordan,
I,
get your watch out. He about to
I'm
adjust
not
in
no.
four,
I'm
four,
not. I'm not no
four
5 minutes.
minutes.
I'm
Uh
not
oh.
a
Uh
5 minutes.
oh.
I
Okay.
ain't no 5 minutes man. That ain't happening. But go ahead. Go ahead,
Uh
Genesis.
oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh
Okay.
oh.
I was just joining in the conversation because I can't text and drive at the same time, and you know Detroit
Yeah.
don't play, so I ain't got time for nobody hitting my little car.
Shout out to
Um,
Detroit. Shout out to
Shout out
Detroit.
to
We
the
got
D.
two.
you
We got
better
Shout,
two
shout out
Detroit.
Detroit.
shout out
Shout
to
out to
the
the
You
D.
D.
want to make it
On
out
the
alive.
east side. On the
Hey, I
east
You
live.
want to
side.
Hey,
make it out this bit alive. You want to get up
Genesis.
out of
I live
here.
right down. I'm right down the street for you. I was born and raised in Pontiac, so I know what you talking
Oh,
about.
you out there with Anton Daniels out there towards Waterford. I'm on 8 Mile.
Yeah. And
I'm on
the
the
thing is,
actual 8 Mile.
and a lot of people don't know that, Ronnie Akeem. When I told you about over in the Waterford and Kiko Harbor area, I told you about that.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead,
did.
though.
You did. You did.
Yeah, but go ahead, Genesis.
Yeah,
Chime
Go
in.
ahead,
that's
Jim.
that. We all know that that's not the city, but that's okay. That's it's just as hood and it's close enough.
Mm,
Salute the
Just
goal.
like
Salute the
Detroit
goal.
2.0.
Lord.
So back to your topic about okay. So you're saying dating a black man, a black woman is what exhausting. It's a lot of
No,
pressure.
No,
it's
it's
a
too
lot
much
of pressure.
pressure. A
It's a
lot of
lot of
pressure.
pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Well, is it Jordan, right?
yeah.
So you dated your wife a black woman?
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Did you date her before you married her?
We was well, we've been together for a while. We was friends, and we used to go on little dates before. But the thing is, we was kind of messing. We was both messing with somebody. It didn't work out, and then we just. I kind of decided, it's like, you know what, she's really, really good, really feminine, really nice to talk to. So that's why I was like, hey, I had to show my feelings and everything. This was like 14 years ago, back in college. So we've been together since our freshman year of college.
So you never really had the courting experience that your guys are talking about right now.
No, no, it was more of just friends. Like I kind of knew what she was about, I knew what I was about, and at the time we was thinking about, just hanging out because it was just her. We had our a group of friends as well. It was just me and you. It was me, her, and the other group of friends too. So that's how we kind of conjugate in a way. But it was like I guess the feelings started to come a little bit more. And we was like friends for about probably 4 months, and after the 4th month, that's when I show my feelings for her.
I was just inquiring because of the topic. I'm figuring that you would probably be the more apt to explain that process and what it's really like because you actually had a date before you got married. But
Hmm.
considering that you guys didn't have that experience,
And
then
the
you
thing is,
probably
and
would
thing is
be,
about it,
not as
thing is
first.
about it, like the dating is very different from way back then, way back then
Oh
from
yeah,
now, because so I'm just saying that as well.
yeah. Because I don't date and I refuse to. I used to, but I refuse to. So, and it's. I agree. It's very challenging on both ends because there's an expectation of me as a black woman, and then in the inverse, there's going to be an expectation of you as a black man. However, I'm not sure this pressure because I have never been that. I listen, Ronnie. I'm cute, right? I'm very beautiful, but I've never just got a guy to do something for me just on the strength of the GP of, like there's no way. You're not. First of all, maybe I'm a little more financially savvy because you're not spending $1,000 on 2 dates. We could have done something else with that money. You could have did something else with that money, and we could have. But you're not taking me to McDonald's. We're not doing like Pizza Hut. But however, there's probably a gauge of where that lies for that woman. Some women, hey, they love Pizza Hut. Some women, that's the bomb, and some women they need Cheesecake Factory, right? So I guess in that range somewhere in there it would be depending on how much money you spent to get to that point of $1,000. But there's never been $1,000 situation with me in 2 dates because I guess maybe I value a little something different, and the money is like the aftertaste. So it's like, oh, okay, you have a job because you sure better have one. Oh, you have money, you sure better have money at this point in your life. And then, yeah, I don't agree though with the $50,000 because remember when Kevin Samuels was talking about that high value factor, and a lot of women were just saying, I just want a regular guy who can at least match me, and 50,000 is a match for most people. So I don't agree necessarily with that comment about it being, don't, if you're making 50 grand, don't date out here. I get it if you're talking about spending $1,000 in 2 dates. I mean, the second time you saw that person, you're at already $1,000. You're already at a stack. Like that's just that's absurd. So maybe somewhere in there, the value of what it is, what the dating's supposed to predicate. And
I ain't gonna lie,
like you
Jenna,
said,
you speaking the gospel. You speaking the gospel right now. I agree with you. Go ahead. You speaking truth. Go
some
ahead.
women, and I know, because it's never worked for me, Ron. I could never get no one to clip my toenails. I mean, the most sexiest thing a man has ever done for me was shave my legs, which, that's, we'll talk about that later on my After Dark show. But I just thought, I never understood that. I never understood that how you can get, I wouldn't do that to someone that I just met because I would want them to little say, check this out, guys, I'm really weird. If I just met you and we're dating, I don't want you spending $1,000 because I need to see how financially savvy you are. Do you know how to save your money? Do you know how to bargain? I mean, I'm not trying to say, pull out the coupon. Well, in your case, Jordan, pull out the coupons. But just, I'm like, I'm not gonna be mad at a guy if he took me out and he had a two-for coupon because later on, that's like, set up for the setup. Like maybe he's gonna do something better later on. It shouldn't be like, oh, well, he's broke because and I can't be with you. But then at the same time, I've been on a $300 date and I was just like, I'm still hungry. I didn't get enough food. Like, well, we could have, so maybe I'm thinking about it differently because I don't see it. I don't understand how do you get to that point in the second, third time you saw the person? I understand it though, because when you meet the woman, she probably got $1,000 worth of stuff on her body, $700 hair, lashes, nails, and you got to keep that appearance up. But just to interact with you, decide if I like you, it should not be. That's crazy. It's never happened before. I don't know.
Don't try to tell Hakeem that's not realistic. There's a difference
Yeah.
between social media and real life. Majority of the time, people all day.
Go ahead, Akeem.
I agree with you. So now we're going to speak on our anecdotal experiences. You feel me?
Mhm.
Now, Genesis, you seem like a different ilk of women, a different status of women. So now, and then region does play a factor into this too. So you're in a region where materialism might not be so focused on. Now here, I'm in Miami. I've been in Houston. I've lived in New York. I've never been to California, Los Angeles. These places tend to be a lot more materialistic. So
And
now
I want to add this too, Hakeem. For me and Genesis, we're from the Midwest. We're more of a blue collar type of people. And then me moving to Miami, living there, and then also now currently living in LA, it's a totally different mindset. So when
It is
Genesis
a
coming
culture
from,
shock. You're right.
yeah,
It
it's a
was
culture
very
shock.
much from going from Michigan to Georgia to California. I was born in California, so coming from California to here was a culture shock because besides the fact I would have never seen this many black people in one spot. But the culture itself, the Midwest concept, you're right. You're right. It is a little more free, a little more carefree, a little more high end appearance in California. Maybe
Yeah.
because of the exposure of the skin, and yet you have to be a little more. You have to take care of yourself. You can there's a clear distinction between those who take care of themselves and those who don't, because we can see it in your physical body. I mean, for the sake of it, you got a coat on half the year in Michigan, so you don't know what's underneath that jacket. It's like a surprise.
Exactly.
Like You know, it should be like it's like, woo, look what you got. You know, so maybe that's a factor, the geographical location. But I don't think that it has to do with much of what your expectations are when you meet this man. And why the hell is he spending so much money out the rip? Why is he paying your rent? Like that just defeats the whole movement of I'm been doing this shit by myself and taking care of myself. Like you can't do you. I need your company. I need your conversation because you really can't do anything for me. I just told you I've been the boss at my job for the last 10 years. I don't want to be the boss at the dinner table, and I don't want to be the boss at home. Like, come on now, the guy has to. It's not about that. I don't know. I don't know.
That's good. Shout outs to Lord Spike Protein. Shout outs to Josh W. Shout outs to Gore. Shout outs to
Yeah,
Jabari.
yeah. Shout out to you.
Jabari
Yeah,
was
I
in
was
it.
just about to get these guys shout out. Go ahead, Heike. You did it for me. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just about to do it. Yeah,
So
go ahead.
Genesis, you said you speak very well, and I'm so happy you're here, and you're right. But here's the thing: culturally, things have shifted over the years. Now, me coming from a very materialistic, money driven city, a lot of women here, from the basis which I grew up, this is my anecdotal experience. If you don't got money or you ain't Gucci down, you're not hollering at nobody. Now, I could expect a woman from a small town to not want as much as a woman from a major city, especially with the culture here nurtures that. A lot of guys here get into selling dope, robbing, and scheming for the point of impressing women. When I moved out of state and I moved
I,
to Massachusetts,
I got.
It was a different. But here's the thing: with the advent of social media, and now that the world is so open, people from small towns now, because you can go to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and it's a girl there who gonna want you to have some money.
But Hakeem, Muhammad said he's confused about this subject. But I don't, Muhammad, what do you mean? Why are you confused about this subject? It's clear. Different women from different states, different city, expect different things. Not everybody expect the same thing. Now, there's some
Yeah,
women in California who looking to get married. There's some women in Miami who ain't looking to be married. Is just looking to be city girls. Now, Hakeem, I gotta give you a little bit of pushback.
come on.
Majority of the time, guys not doing this for the women. We're doing this for the lifestyle. We on yachts because we don't really care about the women. We doing it because we want to see how that lifestyle feel to be on a yacht, especially over there on Biscayne Boulevard. You already know how I get down over
No,
here,
no, you're
Hakeem.
right. You're right. I
Yeah.
give you that. A percentage of them, but and listen, I can
All
be
right.
very transparent. I'm in that box. I wanted to get the baddest bit. I wanted the baddest bees. So
Correct.
I'm robbing and stealing, getting
No, but you know
fast
he's coming
cars,
around this time.
fast cars to see some ass shake. Now
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing.
Oh,
I'm older now. I'm
Get
older now,
Jordan
looking
talking to
for
his
a
dog.
looking
It's
for
funny.
a wife,
Good.
and the women who I'm running into, women who are single with kids or without kids, their expectations are unrealistic.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
that's unfortunate, guys. I feel bad. If I was a guy out here, I probably would be slinging peen everywhere
you
too. Just
Genesis,
because
Genesis,
these guys, these
Genesis.
chicks are just out of control. I would be like, girl, you like you said, you want me to pay your rent? How far? Bend
Yeah.
over. How
What?
how,
Hey,
put that
thank
mouth in
you.
Listen.
because
See, she waking up to
what's
the
in it for
truth.
you? Like
Look,
what's in it for
she
you?
waking up
Like
to the
you're losing money. You're losing money and you're losing time and she don't even end up liking you and you ain't even
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
I
no.
don't know. If I was a guy, I'd be out here reckless. I
But
don't know.
look at this, Genesis. Prior before we got into this situation, relationship wasn't so monetary. The women could the things we're talking about. Women got them naturally. Men were paying for it
Yeah, cause yeah.
naturally. A woman didn't have to tell a man, "Oh, I'm taking you out to eat or bringing you flowers." Over time, things got so monetary and the entitlement. What the guy said, and he had to be careful the way he worded it because he's in Atlanta. Let's remember what he said. He was in Atlanta, the finesse capital of the world,
Right.
where everybody
City of
there
hoes. Hoes and
is broke and their bank accounts look dirty.
I can't. Muhammad
they rocking that beauty
Muhammad asked you
supply
a question.
jewelry on. They
Yeah.
rocking them knockoff
hmm
jeans.
Muhammad asked you a question. Hakeem, go ahead.
He said a certain group wants to be the boss. Who gives instruction to others but can't take instructions? Ooh, I'm gonna let Genesis handle that question.
Read it again. If what?
Muhammad said a certain group wants to be the boss. who gives instruction to others but can't take instructions? Does that make sense?
It doesn't make sense. Muhammad, stop coming for me unless you're gonna
No,
come
no,
over
no,
to
no.
my show and then you can come for me. You always come to me every time I
No,
come over
no.
here. Secondly, it doesn't make sense because I can take instruction. I said earlier, Muhammad, I have been the boss. I've been running $1 million restaurants for the past 10 years. I am in charge of every single thing down to the how much salt and pepper you get on your food. I don't want to go home and then got to make decisions and be in the house. We can't. The reason why you can't that can't work out is because let me say that some of y'all is weak. Some of y'all don't know how to lead. Some of you guys don't know how to give instructions. You suffer from alexithymia, like Prince Ella said. You can't find the words to explain what's in your head. So that doesn't make sense because you can be the boss all day and then come home and be completely. That is literally my MO to my life. Like I would rather be submissive at home. Now the submissive that I experienced was a Kevin Samuel submission, which was get under my thumb type of thing. So if Muhammad, you thinking that where you're thinking like, oh, I could just tell her what to do just for the hell of it because I'm the boss. No, sir. We don't want to be in charge. I'm in charge all day at work. I can take direction. I want to know you for you to make a damn decision. But it doesn't work out that way, Muhammad, because why? Men are not leaders.
So Muhammad said his comment wasn't aimed to you. It just
He always comes for
no, no,
me.
it was just a general question. But here's the thing, Genesis, do you feel that, and as a man, do you feel that women should automatically be feminine when they come into a situation?
Into a situation. To y'all, where y'all fellas don't use your definition, your words correctly. In a situation, I'm in a situation every few minutes. In a relationship, I do. Should I be naturally submissive in a relationship? Is what you're
Yes,
saying?
Yeah.
yes.
Because I have
No, no,
situations
listen.
all
You
day
meet,
long.
listen, I meet you tomorrow. I need you to be feminine and submissive and meek.
First of all, meek explains a different kind of person. Don't come for me, sir. Ronnie, you didn't give him the update. You didn't let him know I like words. We like to learn things over here. So meek is where the God said that the shall inherit the earth. The meek. We understand that those meek people have often been walked on, looked over, stepped on, and stepped down on. So their definition of meek, it means to the common person, just like we said earlier on Daryl's show. We need to stop changing the definition of what things mean and just use it for what it actually is, because you can't teach that to your offspring and then have a different definition for your own life. So it still says meek is meek, and everyone understands meek as being a level of weakness. But soft,
Lady, sit down.
submissive, I can be soft and submissive. I'm soft and submissive all day when I'm not in charge. So if hey, Ron, me and you going out tomorrow, you gonna open my door. Remember we talked about that, Ronnie Ron? If you open my door, then guess what, Hakeem? I can get in like a Southern Belle and say, oh my gosh, Jordan, I do declare you open my door for me. Now if you pull my chair out, then I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, Ronnie Ron, I do declare you are the most handsomest man
I want to
on
hear.
this
I
side
want
of.
to hear you say it.
I
I
can
came
get
in. I came
I want
in
to hear
want to
you
submissive.
hear
say
that.
it in
I
your
can
meek
become
voice.
that. I can become that, but you guys aren't becoming that part. Ain't nobody pulling out my chair. Ain't nobody open up my door. Ain't nobody opening up my
They're
car door.
ready to.
I gotta pull
Are
out
you
the wallet
ready,
when we go out to eat.
Genesis?
So therefore, you cannot. I cannot
Genesis,
be soft
are
and
you ready
submissive
to
at
submit to
at
Ronnie
glance.
right now? I want to hear you sound submissive right now.
Ew, Ronnie.
Woo! Woo!
There you go.
Woo!
Ronnie, no, I do. I make sure I adjust my tank top when he comes to my show so he can see my submissive.
Woo!
Ooh,
Um,
I like that.
But you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying, fellas?
Yeah, yeah.
If you do not open the door, then I cannot gracefully sit down. If I gotta pull out my own chair, you're forcing me to be in the same position you in. You pull out my chair, right? You the man. I gotta pull out my own chair out. So now I'm a man for a second because I gotta sit myself down. So it starts with those little
See,
tiny
but she
things.
right
Like
though.
I don't need no flowers and I don't need no gifts and all that to let me know you adore me. But how about when I come home and after I went grocery shopping to feed me and you? Why are you looking at me bringing groceries bags in the house? I can be feminine. I can come in and say, Hakeem, there's some bags in the car, and I can sit down and eat my
You
chocolate
really,
while you go get my
you ain't even
bag.
had to ask. I said, it would have been a law. Just walk in the house, baby. I'll handle that for you.
But none of these, a lot of these Negroes don't
You know that.
understand that. That's why they feel the pressure. pressure.
But listen, Muhammad has a comment for you, and he said,
I'm sure.
he said, then you said you are a boss at work when it comes to salt and pepper, but when it comes to home, I want a man to be the boss, but we can't be a boss.
Mm.
You can't be the boss because you don't know how to lead.
Go ahead.
Ronnie, you got me all verklempt over here. Let me
Yeah,
whew.
hey, you choose. Remember, you made a choice. But we appreciate your presence, though. But
We
you made
appreciate-
You said you made a choice to come on the panel. It's
Yeah.
my fault I'm all hot and bothered. Okay. No, for real talk though. You can't I've always felt like that. Like I cannot be in that role if you don't someone has to give. I can't be the man and the woman. I can't do you understand? I'm a single woman. I got if I want to go out, I gotta take myself out, right?
Mhm.
Why? Because I can't trust a man not to put something in my goddamn on drink when I walk to the restroom or actually show up because I've been stood up, believe it or not. I done got dressed, went to the restaurant, sat there and waited and ate by myself. So if the end result's gonna be that I'm gonna end up eating by myself, then the pressure's on. The pressure I can see where the pressure's coming on because now you have to pay for my Bahama Breeze meal that I just bought for myself. I spent a cool 50 on me. You can't spend 50 on me. I understand where that pressure comes from. However, it's not there initially. Initially, it is to try to get to know you. But because we know, check this out, because we know Princella wins again, because we know that you're going to end up letting me down, therefore now you need to put this love and respect and this reverence on layaway. Pay my rent.
She said with a smile too.
Yeah. The comments are rolling. He said Muhammad said women want to be the boss at home and work. Lord Spike Protein said, "Don't crash, Queen." Um, Severlin said, "Pick one, not both. Even men who boss at work always let the woman be the boss at home."
That is true, though. That is true, though.
That is a fact.
Because remember, we was taught by men that happy home means happy wife.
Yep.
That's what we've been taught.
Happy wife, happy life.
I want to ask Genesis a question.
Yes.
Me
I
in my
wanna ask-
household, I was gonna say in my household is happy spouse, happy life. I don't mess with that. But go ahead, Hakeem.
Genesis, do you feel when you say a lot of men are not leading? Do you think the issue is the vetting process? Because in vetting the right man to come into your life, and sometimes Kevin Samuel talked about this. If you're in a region where there's not quality men, sometimes you might have to leave.
That's some bullshit because you ain't gonna sit here and convince me that the whole state of Michigan ain't got no quality men in it. You ain't gonna convince me that the whole state of Nevada don't got no quality men in it. So reaching my ass about the quality men, it's like I asked you earlier. It's a difference between picking and choosing, my dear. Because when you pick, you go in the store and you look for the most shiniest apple, the most shiniest fruit, the most nice looking piece of meat and wrapped up. But when you're choosing, you're looking at the price, looking at the poundage, you're looking at how much fat is on the meat, how much is gonna kill your cholesterol, right? So you make a difference in choosing and picking. So we got to be careful when we say that. Yes, you picked the wrong person because you went in the store and said, "Let me get a boyfriend." You went in the store and said, "Let me get a girlfriend." Now, if you're choosing, that's when the vetting comes through. But now we're realizing, guess what? Like I said earlier on Fatty, on that show with Fatty, do I gotta ask you these questions now? How do you feel about baby deletions if I were to get pregnant? How do you feel about your mama? How do you feel about your auntie? How do you feel about women having rights? How do you feel about child abuse? I gotta ask these questions because you don't know what you're getting nowadays because guys have learned that we're vetting and that we have a quintessential list, so they got their answers ready. That's why they're in disguise. That's why we're having the wool pulled over our eyes. Because if the vetting process is to ask you those things, to say, "Hey Hakeem, I heard you just say you bought your mother some roses. I ain't got to never ask you again how you feel about your mama, or are you gonna buy me some roses?" Because guess what? That answered both my questions.
Yeah.
But if you lie to me or if you fake the funk and you only buy your mama gifts once in a while when it matters only on YouTube, then you're facading me.
Yeah.
You're not even who you are. So I'm vetting an imposter.
I can't.
Boy,
I can't.
she going in.
I ain't gonna disagree.
No,
But
She's not laying her
it's
feet.
just very simple.
Rodney, right? You know the whole internet mad because I said you have a nice smile. They was like, go on, Ronnie, Ron, be over in Genesis land. I just said the man has a nice smile, y'all. Calm down. He got all his teeth. Calm down.
Listen, Muhammad said, I'm really going to piss everyone off. We as black men and women are both spoiled.
No, that's true. We are. We are spoiled,
I'm
and we
spoiled.
really
I have
suffer.
my own car, my own money, my own hair, my own
See,
everything.
yeah,
I'm spoiled me. You have to
I,
outspoil me. You have to
No.
outspoil myself.
So, Genesis, what is your vetting process?
go ahead, that's cap. I do smile. I smile a lot. Everybody know I smile a lot.
Yeah.
Genesis,
Right here, here. Let me just do you real quick. This is Ronnie Ron.
yeah.
Dad, they be watching me 17.
You know Ronnie Ron the man. He
Yeah,
the
they
man.
be.
Hey, listen, he the man on our block. You know what I mean?
Every time I look at Jordan, I always think I see money all around me.
Uh-oh.
Because I feel like
Uh-oh.
he look like that guy.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean? They the man.
He
They
look
the
like
man.
Crew.
They the man. They the man of where we come from. You know what I'm
You
saying?
feel me?
And yeah,
Exactly.
I got one for you too, Hakeem. Cause first time I logged on, I said, I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that Bernie Mac.
Ronnie,
Bernie
you
Mac.
better. Hey, Ronnie, you better let him
That's
know.
about
You
soon
better
as
let him
I
know.
logged on.
You
Ronnie
better
said,
let
come
him
on
know.
over. I said, oh, he back from the dead. I ain't scared of you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I
you
ain't
better.
scared of you. Too. I said,
Listen.
the Mac man is came back, Lord Jesus.
I'm
When
in
he come
Yeah.
back.
charge. You say what you call it? He said what he say
Shout out. Yeah, he
he
said something. Go
said
ahead.
shout out to the Mexican women. He said we
Yeah,
want everything our way instead of God's way. God's way are above. Our ways are from the below and our ways are our. Muhammad also
Okay,
said
so we again, if you want to get biblical, we are to love you as you love the church in Christ.
mm,
How many of y'all neckers love yourself, let alone church and the Christ?
well,
whew,
black man today not going to church, so we
they're not
already know
good.
that's how that's
We,
supposed
So
to
we,
be
we,
how
love
can we
everybody.
love you? How can you use that scripture ever if that scripture says I'm supposed to love you as you love the Lord and the church? If you don't go to the church, let alone pray to the Lord, then how can I love you?
listen, Muhammad say forgive him. His typing is off because he's.
I think
But
he probably driving. Go ahead.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he's giving you compliment. He said you're a very intelligent sister.
Yeah, he
He
is.
said
Thank you, Muhammad.
see
Come
what
on over to Genesis After Dark, fellas. I need to see you guys over there. Ronnie
no,
Ron.
we gonna go over there. We gonna go
Okay.
over there and set the law down. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Because we talked about the homebody versus the street Keisha. I called her
Mm.
homebody Anna and street Keisha, and you would be surprised how we went down that rabbit hole because it's some women that was really like, I don't give a damn what I'm married to, how much money he got. I'm in the streets. Holler at me.
Yeah,
Mm.
And
yeah. The
yeah.
Bible, I got a witness for strong, intelligent women. I do. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I like to have debates
Hey,
with them. So
And
Ronnie, look what Jabari said about you on the.
I already know he's out blushing. I'm like, bro, I'm not
He
even
said he
blushing.
blushing.
he
Hey,
he
hey,
he
hey,
turning
You know
purple,
what? Look
Genesis.
at my
y'all. He
face
over
up.
there turning purple.
Hey, Genesis, you got that type of effect on my homeboy?
Every woman got the,
I would hope that I'm not the only one, Ronnie Ron.
no.
I hope
No, no.
that
Hey,
women
listen,
do turn you
listen.
on.
We've been doing this for a while. I ain't never seen him like this before.
What?
I'm his big
Go
homie.
ahead, Ronnie Ron. Adjust the
I
dreads
ain't,
in the hair one more
I
time.
ain't,
I'm
ne-
gonna
No,
give
I
you
no,
ain't
one
never
more
no,
time,
seen him
bro.
like
no,
this
Fix your
no,
before.
hat.
I gotta,
There you
no,
go.
no,
Fix your
no,
dreads.
no,
Fix your beard. Your beard.
So Detroit, the D is like that. Do I got to come back to the east side?
Cat.
I don't deal with the east side. I'm a west side girl.
Do I gotta-
I live where the
Imagine
money is. I live on the side where the money is. There's money on my side
Hey,
of town.
listen. You know, Muhammad lived in Detroit too. He used to teach at damn what Pontiac Excellence School.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
It's
so
yeah,
again,
it's
once again,
Pontiac.
if you say Pontiac, you're not in Detroit, but
No,
I'll
it,
take it.
But he used to teach. But Muhammad used to live in Detroit. He owned some houses and sold it and moved down south.
Why? The market is excellent out here. You can buy a house for $1 damn near.
exactly.
Listen, you know, he's a hustler. I know Muhammad personally. We go back years. He's a hustler, so he down south trying to get it in. You know what I'm saying? He down south trying
Hmm.
to get it in. But
Ronnie, you ain't funny. You put me. Who put me on the same side as you, Ronnie? I'm up under you like a Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
story
Listen,
of a lovely lady.
oh, I can fix that right now.
Oh, he said he taught it.
I ain't put me. Don't put me under him.
No, he put you on top.
I'll put you on top right
That's
next to
where I
him.
belong, baby. On
Right
top.
there, right there, side by side. Right side by side.
There you go, side by side. Exactly. Y'all are funny. You guys are funny.
Listen,
This is what we
Genesis
do
Gore
over here.
said, Genesis, I can vouch for Ronnie, just saying. That's what Gore said.
Oh, shout out to Gore, man. Shout out to Gore,
Hey,
man.
Gory Gore.
Yeah,
Gore is my cat. Yeah, he get the cash app van. But he send me cash app.
yeah. Severlin said, I taught in Pontiac and Detroit.
Okay.
You know.
Because you know yourself that those are two different places. But thank you.
Yeah. Listen, he knows it better for me. I'm still an outsider. I'm a Southern boy, so you know what I'm saying.
Right. So that's like folks talk about. I live in Douglasville, but I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta. No, you live in Douglasville.
That's not Atlanta.
You live in Lithonia,
Yeah,
sir.
that's not.
You
Yeah,
live
that's
in.
not Atlanta.
You live all the way out in Villa Rica. You ain't from Atlanta, sir.
If you ain't
Exactly.
in Cobb or Gwinnett, it really ain't no conversation about that. You know?
Exactly. That's like I'm from New York, but I live upstate. No, you live upstate in Manhattan. You don't live in the boroughs. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But guys, you guys, I'm gonna be home in a second, but I'm gonna run into the store. You know, I come up to grace your panel. I'll expect to see you all over. You guys are probably joining. You're probably asleep when I go on because I go on pretty late.
Yes, you go on late. I'll be over
you
there
have
late
families.
night. Late
But
night,
I've been going on earlier though. My Talk About It Tuesdays go on. I start about a little bit like 8 or whatever, around 8, about maybe 8 or 9. And then of course on Soul for Sundays, on Sunday night, Saturday nights, we have a little party. We dance. You know.
Yeah, for all you single gentlemen, she be having single ladies on the panel. They're gorgeous black women. I ain't gonna lie to you. So go over there. Support Genesis at the dark.
Yes.
Appreciate you for coming out. We do. It was fun. I ain't say nothing because I'm gonna allow you to speak. When you are guest, I'm gonna allow you to speak. But next time I'm gonna go in. But I was a gentleman today. I was a gentleman.
No, I got you, Ronnie, because I had to tell them after. I said, y'all know Ronnie don't come up here often, and he at work. So if he got something to say, y'all better hush your mouth and let him talk.
Yeah, exactly.
They said, "Ah."
See, Hakeem, black women are submissive. You see how she submits to me?
I'm cool with that. Y'all don't understand. That is okay. It's just that, dude, I cannot trust. Listen, I was in a 5-year relationship where I cannot trust you to fucking take me down a one-way street with a map quest. I still can't trust you. And to not even know where you are going, sir. So maybe that's the point of pressure there, is that you don't know about yourself. You don't know where you're going and where your position is in life. So when you meet this woman, she's asking you this question because she's going to follow you if she knows where the hell you going. This ain't the black what they call it, black folks syndrome, when one person start running, everybody run, don't even know why we're running. No, we need to know why we're running. We need to know where we're going. We need to know what we're running from. You need to say, hey, lion over there, he's coming this way. Now I can follow you. But I'm not going to just run because you running, sir. I'm not going to just follow you because you just going. Where the hell are you going? And it's not even about physically, literally, like, don't move me into a big house. But make better decisions. Make informed decisions. Have empathy. Care about me being a part of this situation. Men don't make. I've been in a relationship with a man that makes all the decisions, but he makes a decision based on what he was gonna do with me. Like I was just some carry-on luggage. Like you just put me off in the carry-on or something. I'm gonna pack you up and take you with me, and we're gonna go this way. No, because I can see the road. I don't want that. I looked at the map. And that shit says the road closed up ahead, and you keep going down the street if you want to. And I'm telling you that it's a dead end. But because of that dynamic which y'all talking about, I'm supposed to just follow you blindly down a dead end, and then we gonna get jacked at the end of because it's big bad guys down there with bats and guns. I'm gonna follow you right into some hell, right into being broke. I'm rebuilding my life right now for following someone and not trying to let them be a leader. I gotta restart my whole life, y'all. Real talk. I'm being transparent. I got bills up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm following someone because of submission, because of this whole submission concept.
Did you vet him well? Did you have vet him well?
I thought I vetted him well. I thought that's what it was. But then, like I said, like I told Ronnie earlier, Kevin Samuels happened, and he subscribed to it like the Bible. So then when that happened for those men, those women never had a chance anymore. And there was no point in being submissive when I'm going to be dealing with a bitch, and I got to put on the boxers while you wear my panties. Because you're forcing me to be in control because you're not. So that's how I'm gonna leave it, y'all. I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna listen to y'all in the clouds real quick. I gotta run in the store and then walk my dog. So how do I
All
get off
right.
of here?
Thank you for coming by. We appreciate you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
I will come back next time as well. You guys just let me
Listen,
hit the week and
I just subscribed to 2 times.
I put you on
one
notifications
for
and
each
all.
hand, right? One for each hand. Just subscribe.
To 2 times.
No, but
Bye, Ronnie. I'll see you over there later, Ronnie. I always look for you. Everyone looks for you because they look for you to come up, but I let them know you're working because he got a job.
A 9 to 5.
Big,
Who
big
called
one.
He got a real job. He just don't be sitting at home talking about he got a job. He got a real job, and he got a nice smile. Bye, y'all.
All right.
Ooh.
I thank my dentist. I thank my dentist for this smile, King. It's the dentist. You see,